What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. It's been a while, well, not a while. My last stream was on the 30th of December. I've been recovering a little bit since then. I was planning on coming live as usual on New Year's Eve, but I came home pretty much very late, and I don't want to go like live, feeling all tired and stuff. So I've just been having a rest and, doing usual stuff. But I'm back now. Hope all of you have had an awesome start to the year. Hope all of you are gonna get the best year ever. Like, I really wish that for anybody who's watching the stream and even not watching the stream. Mago, welcome to the show. I'm glad you made it. We're both in time today. Hope you've had an awesome end to the year and an awesome start already as well with family and friends. So guys, just wishing you all well. A lot of, good wishes from me to all of you. And we'll make sure that this year turns out to be better. Like, the more we try, the harder we try, the more closer we are gonna get to our dreams. So I really hope you've had an awesome start. With that being said, there are a few new subscribers. Let me start off with welcoming you guys. We got funny videos. Welcome to the show. Glad you found it. Glad you made it. And then we have Rolando. Welcome to the show as well. Glad you made it. And I hope the rest of you that are private but subscribed as well, welcome all of you, and I hope you find value in the contents and you learn something, at least a thing or two. So let's start off. We're gonna go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Zen, BNB, the whole gang, the whole altcoin gang. The last video I made, I told you guys that things, now I'm not talking about macro, okay, but short to midterm, we could see midterm like 50-50, but we could see something, going on, because something was brewing on the last show that I made. That's why I told you guys I want to highlight the fact that the bulls are fighting back, not only when it comes to Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Cardano, even Solana, I could see that the bulls were fighting back. So I was expecting like a nice, start to the week, a nice start to the year. And so far we got it. So let's enjoy it while it's here. So let me start off with looking at the yearly Bitcoin chart. Like I said last time, looking at this, it's not the most positive chart. You guys know what I usually say. Mago, you definitely know. But if we are gonna neglect this for now, because we can't do much, it just started, let's give it some time. Let's give it at least 2 months, something like that. Just like on the weekly, we give it a day or two. Okay. Looking at the weekly, let me just bring everything forward. We got some, positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish. We got RSI that it's still weak, still pretty much, bearish. But Ladies and gents, we are holding this, level that was pretty critical. I told you if we close this yearly below 16.2, it's gonna go south first before we see anything else. But by the way things are looking right now, there's hope. There is hope, okay? On the weekly, we closed at 16,616. It's really not that bad. It could have been worse if we closed below 16,400, okay? So it's not that bad yet. So there is hope also on the weekly. On the daily, where was it? Somewhere around these levels, I told you guys, okay, things are looking good, and I showed you this support level that we needed to hold for this, good vibes on the chart to continue. And the support level was around 16,519, okay? We didn't close one candle below this support line, not one. We went below it, doesn't matter, but we didn't close below this, support level, which was important for us to hold. So since then we've rallied, we are at resistance levels right now, okay, around 16,800, 16,800 and 30 levels. If we can see a 4-hourly candle close above 16,830-ish at least, then see eventually, because not much holding us until 16,986 to 17,056. On the daily though, if we can see that 4-hourly close above 16,800 and not 16,000, 16,900 and something to 17,056, there's really not much holding us until 73 to 75. Those of you who've watched my past streams, you know that this level is a level that I've spoken about before. It's just that the rally has been pathetic, so we never came all the way to these levels, okay? So it's still pretty much the same terms, the same conditions that, still exist. We need a daily, we need a 4-hourly close above 17,056 to 17,080-ish levels to come and retest, 17.3 to 17.5, okay? And from there, we are gonna, see what's going on, and then I'll be back and I'll let you know if we're seeing any reversal, indications, or if we're safe for now, like if the bulls are safe for now. When it comes to divergence, like there was really no divergence here that I can see, but on the RSI, like there was a hint, but not really. There was a hint though. Now we have the first positive momentum. We like MACD's turning bullish right now on the daily. I do not like the fact that we kind of pushed down on the daily, the way it's looking right now. It doesn't mean it's all over, because I do see some strength looking at the weekly still. Like I don't see it, being completely over. But on the daily, it's looking so and so. On the 4-hourly, we could see a pullback like pretty much immediately, because let's see now. Yeah, if we close any, I think it's also hourly. Let me just have a look. Okay, so if we close any hourly candle below 16,000 and 641-ish dollars, okay, $40. If we close any hourly below that one, I expect the price to come a bit lower, because there is really not much holding us. Like we got some support around these levels when it comes to the 4-hourly. Let me just show it to you. Hold on. We got some support around these levels, friends. Um, there is no, let's see now. There is nothing telling us that we should feel completely safe if one is a bull, because there is some, bearish divergence that is kind of building, okay? For it to be invalid, we need to see a close above 16,930-ish dollars, okay? 925, $930. Until then, it's possible we pull back all the way to these levels. If this support breaks though, if let me just pull this back a little bit. 16,594 to 16,046. Okay, so if we break below 16,594, fine, we can come all the way to these levels. But if this level breaks, if we see any 4-hourly candle close below 16,460-ish, 50-ish, well, see eventually around these levels, okay? 16,300 and 16,230 to $16,300. Like, I do not see anything else holding us, because look, every level has been respected so far. If you're new, you might be confused of all these drawings, but for those of you who've been watching the stream, Mago and the rest, these these boxes, the yellow ones, are critical support levels, even the blue lines. So this is what I'm seeing for Bitcoin in short. No need to add anything else. That's pretty much it. So far it's looking fine. Like, the real worry is if we close anywhere below 16,200, really, okay? Because then, yeah, the next critical level, next support area is around these levels again, guys. 15.8 to, the 15.5 levels, okay? If we close below 16.2 on a daily, it's time to worry a little bit, okay? Mago, how are you doing? Let's head over to Ethereum and see what's going on there. Like last time, I think I told you guys, we're at support. We needed, to close. We needed to see a close above $1,206. So let me start off with the yearly. And not much we can do, okay? We already discussed what this looks like, but there is really not much we can do with this yearly candle, closing here, except that there would have been a difference if we opened around these levels, for example. Okay, around these levels. It would have been so much better, but that's not the case. Like all the gains from 2021, I think it was. Yeah, 2021. Pretty much got wiped out. Like 76% down. Negative 76% is quite something, after a rally. So this, like, if I would have seen this, if there was more data to Ethereum and I would have seen any chart like this, not looking at any other indicator, I would be cautious, okay? But this is on the yearly. Let's give it a month and two, and we will get back to it to see what's going on. So to the weekly. Remember, we are still outside of this channel, this bear flag that we found. But weekly also closed, like, we can't really complain. It didn't close below 1,100 and, $69, $70. Like, it still held, okay? Let's head over to the daily, because there is really not much we can do with the yearly chart right now. We can have a look at it, we can observe and discuss, but not much else. Okay, daily. It's so important. It's very, very important because before I get into anything else, let me just highlight that it is very important that Ethereum closes above 1,230-ish dollars because, guys, there is some bad divergence that is starting to build. And if we do not close above, 1,230-ish dollars, the bad divergence might play out. Okay? So just so you know, just so that you are aware. Otherwise, on the daily, things are looking nice. Like I like this strong, candle right here. It's not looking as bad as Ethereum's, sorry, Bitcoin's daily at least. Okay, Ethereum is actually looking a bit stronger. Okay, we got the positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is getting closer to neutral, but not there yet. But we need to see a close above $1,230, guys. That's the first thing that I notice that is important on the Ethereum chart. Okay, when it comes to support, it's pretty much the same. If we can hold these levels between 1000, let's see, 1188 to 1180, fine. If we don't, we're gonna go lower to these levels. Okay, now it wouldn't be that surprising, not that big difference when it comes to price ranges, but I gotta tell you what I see. So support is right here, first one, around the box we are in. There is demand, obviously. That's why it's trying to break out of this demand box. But we need to see a close above 1,232. Like, disrespect the bad divergence that is building, but the best scenario would be if we can see a close above 1,240-ish dollars, guys. Because then there is really not much holding us until what, 1,270 to 1,290-ish, even $1,300, like very, very possible. Okay, that's the daily pretty much, because if we can see, like, if I do not see anything hinting of a reversal, any bad divergences developing, anything like that, like doesn't matter in the eastern or western, I'm gonna come out and let you guys know that the bulls can keep on dancing. Like, it's fine, it's okay, because we're eventually gonna see these levels eventually. But it's better to take things step by step. Okay, doing good, but getting better at trading. But I've been very busy around the house fixing stuff for winter. I hope you're resting now and then as well, Mago, so you don't burn yourself. But I'm glad to hear, like, thank you for sharing that. I'm glad to hear that the trading is going better. And yeah, like fixing stuff around the house, like, it never really ends. Doesn't matter if it's winter and summer. That's why I want you to rest now and then so you don't burn yourself, okay? So that's Ethereum pretty much, the support levels. Like, main one, if we ever break, below 1,165, let's say. Okay, we see a daily candle close below that one, then see eventually around these levels, because this is also another important critical support area. Okay, and if this breaks, guys, it's straight down to the next level. But I'm just talking about it. I'm not saying we're gonna go straight down without seeing any, corrections here and there and so on. I'm just letting you know of the levels before anything happens. Hold on, guys. There's something. Hold on. There's something I need to fix. Just a minute. Um, I think it's fixed now. Let's see. Yep. Okay, much better. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. Solana, Zen, Solana. Which one should we take first? I think Solana. I think Solana. Why not? Because that one kind of surprised many people. Many people. Because we've all been discussing, this $5. But the thing is, there was this support around, between $7 to $8 as well. And I told you guys, like, until that breaks, let's not think it's gonna go straight down to 5. Let's give it some time. And as usual, like, difficult to find Solana in my watch list. Hold on, there it is. Okay. So let's start off with the yearly Solana as well. Even though we can't, do much, at least we can discuss it. So this is how Solana yearly. Wow, like it looks horrible. Okay, this looks horrible. Let's move on to the weekly. Like, look, my support level was around 6.95, well, around $7 to 7.5-ish dollars. It came all the way to 7.98, pretty close, okay? And then we kind of bounced up. On the weekly, we got some, positive momentum on the oscillators. Our size still pretty much weak though. Let's move on. Looking at this, like we have 6 days left. We have 6 days left. But if this weekly candle could close above this, this old support, new resistance area, I should actually turn it to red, but we'll do that soon. If we can close above, let's just say, $12. If we can close above $12, it would like give it some type of a push. Like it's more likely that it will get a push if that happens, okay? Now let's head over to the daily. Like the last stream I made, I was pretty shocked to see that the bulls were fighting back and we saw some nice divergence, going on both. Was it on both? Hold on. Okay, not on both. Well, actually, yeah, on both oscillators. And we saw that the bears lost team. Like there was so many things going on with Solana, so I was like, even though it's maybe not what we've been expecting, like this is what the TA is telling us. So since then, we broke out of this first first resistance area around 10.4-ish levels, okay? And then we also broke above this resistance area around 11.1-ish dollars. We're still above it. But you see this old support now, which I'm gonna turn to red because now it's resistance. I told you guys, $12, we got some major resistance at these levels. $12, we pulled back a little bit. But the prior daily candle closed with a strong green candle. I cannot see it as a bad thing, okay? We got the, positive, MACD. MACD is looking bullish. There is no, on the histogram, there is no, bad divergence that I can spot out. But when it comes to this one, like there is already a hint of bad divergence, guys. And if we want to see it become invalid, this close above, this support area, this resistance area is so very important. That is between 14.1 to 14.45. It's super important that we see a close above it. Problem is, after that one, you remember this resistance that we have around $15? It's there. It's literally there. Crypto arbitrage. Welcome to the show. Glad you found it. Like, this makes me happy. Like, subscribers just keep on coming. Like, it's a good start to the year. Like, you guys, I appreciate all of you. So we got this resistance, around $15. But if $15 break, guys, I keep on saying it because it's gonna be a fun time for Solana. If we break above $15, guys, on the weekly, just remember, on the weekly, there's literally not much holding us until maybe 21 first, some type of resistance. But then all the way until, $30, there is really not that much resistance. There is just none. Simple, okay? On the daily though, it's a different story, okay? Even if we see a close, let me put it this way. If we see a close above, let's say 14.1 to 14.45, like the chances of us breaking above $15 is gonna be higher. So it's more likely that we will break out of this $15 resistance if that happens. But until then, we cannot say this and that. We'll see what happens. We're just putting the ideas of TA, like what I've, from my experience out there. So you guys, if it comes there and I'm not live, you can just remember, what I said, and then, take it from there. Choose to do what you want to do. Take action on your own. On the 4-hourly, we already have a sign that the bulls are tired, guys. Yeah, daily looking nice and so on, but on the 4-hourly, there's already signs that the bulls are tired. It's not what you want to see, but it's there, okay? We need a close still. Even on the 4-hourly, we need this close above 11.8-ish. I think I mentioned it last time also, $11.8, on the 4-hourly, to see a bit more push on the price, at least to these levels around, 13, hold on, 12.6 to $13, okay? And of course, if we see a close above, 11.8 to $12 on the 4-hourly, this candle is gonna start, looking good as the day goes by. So we will see what happens. But so far it's looking okay. Like, I can't say much. The support levels we held around this area. If this area breaks, if it ever breaks, if we close any daily candle below 6.95, just $7 in short, straight down to these levels. But right now on the 4-hourly, I'd be very cautious because I see strong signs that the bulls are tired. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come all the way, to around 10.2 to $10, like at lowest, around 9.5. I wouldn't be very surprised, to this area. But okay, let me just draw it for you so you guys are aware. I think it's better when you guys see it visually, if I'm not mistaken. So let me just draw it for you. Well, it's already here, that 10.3 area. Something like this though, guys. Okay, from 10.3 to 9.6-ish areas. We got some support. I can remove this one. It's unnecessary now. We're just gonna hide it. We might need it for educational purposes. If somebody goes like, no, Dana, you didn't say this or you didn't say that, I can just, bring it forward for you guys. But so far, this is how Solana's looking short term or, midterm on the 4-hourly. I expect us to see some pullback. By looking at things, it's not going to be that surprising. Like, there is clear bad divergence growing on the 4 hourly, guys. So just so you're aware, okay? Just so you're aware. So that's Solana. Let's move on to the next one. Like, before we do Zen, I gotta do XLM. I have to, because it's one of those that respected the support line like a king, okay, like a king. So I have to discuss this. Let's look at the yearly as usual, just because this is my first stream, of the year. I want to look at the yearly with you guys as well. Horrible action, okay, not much going on, but you guys know what I'm gonna say. I do not like these strong, red candles. And besides, it's not just a strong red candle. This is actually a bearish engulfing candle. Bearish engulfing candle. Like, all the gains from 2021 completely wiped out as well when it comes to XLM. Like, it's down what? 91%, guys. 91%, okay? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. So, weekly, XLM. I told you guys last time that if this support doesn't hold, which I didn't see it not holding, when it comes to short term, midterm right now, because it was looking fine. It was looking like the bears were actually losing, steam a little bit, okay? But I told you, if we break this level, small recap, if we break this level, and like, we don't have any support around all the way to around these levels right here, okay, around 0.06. But if we would have broken that level, if we would break 0.06 areas, guys, it's not good for XLM. It's really not good. Like, we are very close to the all-time lows, so we gotta be pretty much, cautious with this one. But so far on the daily, I told you guys last time, like, things were looking good. I think we did the stream on the 30th, and I did say that this is about to, like, jump off to a good start. If you guys got confused because the day after we said that, or after I said that, prices came down a little bit, I hope you thought about it twice, because the thing is, we we still didn't close below support. Notice this, because I can imagine, a lot of people, get nervous because they see this type of candle, which is completely understandable. But we never closed below support. And I was still seeing, like, if I would have seen anything like this, I wouldn't have been that nervous, because I see other things, saying otherwise. So what happened? We rallied, we came all the way to these levels. What my resistance box is around 0.0745 to 0.0770, and that's the 4 hourly resistance, I'm talking about. We came all the way to 0.0. Wait, we actually came all the way there. Highest 0.0745. Yep, guys, we came to that level. Because this box was here since the last live stream. If you watch the last one, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we came all the way there. We kind of pulled back. Now, daily prior candle looking okay. I can't say, the best, but it's looking okay. There is, unfortunately, some bad divergence going on XLM that you guys should be aware of. Like, it's only gonna be invalid if we can see a daily close at least above 0.076-ish areas, okay? We see a daily close above that one, 0.076. I'm just rounding it off. Then, yeah, we can come a bit higher, but do not forget this resistance that we have around, 0.077. Do not forget that one, because just killing the bad divergence doesn't mean, straight up. It just means that there is more probabilities, like the probabilities are higher that we could push a bit more up, like we could rise a little bit, okay? There's a difference. So let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Yeah. Look, we're trying to hold this old resistance as support right now, so I can just, turn it to blue so you guys know what's going on. So we're trying to hold it as support right now. There is some positive, momentum on the oscillators, like our side's pretty much in bullish territories. We got some divergence though here too. Look, same thing I said on the daily. Okay, now if you want to be a bit more precise, the areas we need, to break above is 0.0754. That's why I said rounding it off, and I will say 0.076. But we need to see a 4-hourly candle close also above this level right here to see that the bad divergence that is building becomes like invalid. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have a look at my other screens and try to see what the short-term moving averages are doing as well, because you guys know these are my own settings on the MA, so, and things here are looking, pretty much bearish. Daily, pretty much the same. Let me have a look at the other screen. Hold on. XLM, right there. Okay. Yeah, guys, pretty much the same, unfortunately. Like, moving average is bearish here too. On the 4-hourly though, there is something, compared to this, to the MAs here with the settings that I use. The short term is trying to rise and it's trying to curl above, like it's a bit far away from the midterm, but it's trying to get above the midterm. So that's something. But on the 4-hourly, guys, I'd be very, very cautious. Like if we close below this support level right here around 0.073-ish dollars, okay, 0.0733. Let me just bring it down a notch. Hold on. If we close any 4-hourly candle, I think it's also hourly. Yep, if we close any hourly, so you don't have to wait for the 4-hourly, okay? If we see any 4-hourly candle close or hourly candle close below this level, guys, below this one, next support would be around this one first. And this is on the 4-hourly, okay? So I'm gonna mark it so you guys are aware. So that would be the second support, right? But if we lose this one, friends, if we lose this, if we lose this support around these levels, okay, 0.0727 to 0.072-ish dollars, there is really not much holding us until these levels on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, it might be different, but on the 4-hourly, there's really not much holding us until these levels. Like, this is a much stronger support area than this one, just so you guys are aware, okay? Let me head over to the hourly and see, for those who like to, do those paper trades on the hourly, this is, much better, so I'm gonna let you know. So on the hourly, interesting, we got this support also around these levels on the hourly, okay? 0.0727 to 0.072 ish levels, okay, keep that in mind. On the hourly, like I should stretch it out a little bit more, but to be a bit more precise, between 0.0727 to 0.0722, okay, on the hourly. If we lose that support level, there's Unfortunately, not much holding us on the hourly as well, until these areas also, just like the 4 hourly support area, okay? So that's support areas for XLM. And then on the daily, let me just leave you with this one. If we can see a close above $0.077 on the daily on XLM, guys, it's gonna be nice because there is really not much holding us until, let me double check, hold on. $0.0790 to, well, we are gonna meet some resistance around, 0.0790. Let me just do this, turn it to red. But if it's not that strong of a resistance as we are gonna meet around these levels, like from what I've experienced, what I see in the charts. But we got some resistance around these levels. After this one, it's straight to these levels. If we can see any daily candle close, any 4 hourly candle close above this area, and the bulls not losing steam on top of that, oscillators, positive and all that, like see eventually around 0.082 to 0.085. So that's XLM. Okay, now we can move on to Zen. Because I know a lot of people have been disappointed by the price action of Zen, but at the same time, maybe one shouldn't be that disappointed because in a few days it went up 130%, and we saw that, that rise before the rise happened, which is even better. It would be another thing if one would get in at these areas, because that would be a bump. But what happened was we saw it before it happened, literally before it happened, and after that, in just a few days, literally in 4 days, it went up 130%. And then we also called the top for this, session, for this, range before the, tank action happened, before the dump happened. So I could understand if you're in love with Zen, but I always say trade it, do not date it. But if you're in love, you're probably mad because you don't want it, to do things like this. But trading wise, it was a trader's heaven, because when you can see what's coming before it comes, and then you plan and you're ready before it happens, then it's fine. It's really fine. Okay, I'm just gonna have a sip of water and we will continue with Zen. Just look at this. Like, we can't do much. If we can't even do much with Bitcoin's, yearly chart, don't expect me to do anything with this one. But we'll have a look at the weekly and so on. Okay, sip of water and we'll continue with Zen. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing at the same time. Ethereum, okay. Solana, okay. Just want to see what's going on, but back to Zen. So let's get on with it, right? Weekly Zen is look, this one is a bit confusing, okay? We got the bulls and the bears fighting. We got the bears losing steam at the same time. I know I cannot do much with the Western and so on, but I'm trying, to read whatever I can read off the chart right now. And if we break this level right here, if we break this level, I'm still saying that we could come and, you know, test these areas between 1711 to 1047, okay? That is if we see a weekly candle close or a daily candle close below this level right here. That is between 2342 to 2152, okay? Until then, we'll see what happens. Right now, I could see that on the daily, again, the bears are losing steam a little bit, not completely, just a little bit. So it doesn't mean we can't, you know, pull back to these areas still, but just a little bit. I gotta see some more action telling me that they are tired, so I can say, okay, the bears lost steam or are losing steam. But right now it's just a little bit, not bad, but a little bit. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. We are at support areas, guys, like all the way to this level, from here to 408. It is support. If we lose this one, we're gonna come back to that critical area, which is very important for Zen to hold. If you do not want to see it, you know, below 2000 levels, okay? Let me have a look at the moving averages, short term. Hold on. Yeah, pretty much bearish, guys, unfortunately. In my settings, it's looking better than the settings most people usually use, because in my settings, you see this short term is above the midterm and so on. So that's, you know, something. But I gotta give you the best of both worlds. Okay, my settings and the other one. And the other one is saying that it's bearish pretty much, okay? On the 4 hourly, there's a fight going on. The bears look like they kind of lost steam, but I need to be convinced, I need to see a 4 hourly candle close above 2953. Then I'll be a little bit, you know, more convinced. And after that, we're gonna meet, you know, next resistance around, you see this red line? That would be around, let me just, you know, pick it up a little bit, hold on. Around these levels, 3370, 3375 areas, okay? Oh, I didn't have to pick up that one. I could just do this, hold on. There you go. And turn it to blue, because it's resistance areas or profit taking levels, right? So next resistance I would see is if we can see a close above, you know, 2950, okay, 2950, eventually around these levels. We'll take it step by step, because on the daily, I do not, okay, bears are losing steam, starting to lose steam, but I do not see anything, you know, going like, okay, it's time to reverse, you know, just like I told you guys, things are looking good here. I cannot say that completely yet, so gotta give it a bit of a time. But on the 4 hourly, they're trying their best, but we need to break above this level, okay? 2950. If that happens, see eventually around these levels. And if we can break above this level, like not much holding us until, you know, next old support, new resistance, okay, all the way, let's just say 4900 areas, okay, not much holding us until these levels. If we can see a close above 3731, at least on a 4 hourly, see eventually around, you know, 5000, okay. And we'll take it step by step, so I won't get deeper into it. That's Zen pretty much. And on the daily, just so you know, remember that 4 hourly, you know, level that I told you about, if we could see if we get above this one, 3731, close the 4 hourly above it. On the daily, it's the same resistance pretty much, okay? It's around, you know, 5000 or 4900, okay? Pretty much the same. So that's where I see, you know, the next resistance coming in. It's already highlighted. Maybe you guys missed it, but it's between Yeah, 4900 to 5000. You know, I'm just rounding it off around ish these levels. Fine. So that's Zen. We can move on to the next one. XRP. XRP had a dip yesterday. It had a dip. Look at this. It came all the way to that 0.3 levels that we've been talking about. And after that, it kind of, you know, just wicked up. And I can't say I'm hating this. I cannot. Let's have a look at the 12-month or yearly, you know, chart first. Gonna say the same thing I've been saying about everything else, okay? So let's have a look at the monthly. I just love the fact that we still haven't seen a monthly close below 0.32 to 0.3 dollars, because when that happens, you know, lower we go. Okay, lower we go if that happens. Okay, weekly. Like, fingers crossed that this is how it's gonna end up for the weekly candle close. You know, this is how it's gonna look when the weekly candle close is upon us, because the prior weekly candle close was not one of the best. It was really not one of the best. Okay, looking at this, not so beautiful, right? We don't have any divergence except the one that already, you know, played out, that bearish divergence that we've been speaking about since May of 2022, you know, sometime May, March. But look at the negative momentum. It's starting, you know, to get weaker, and it just started. It's kind of interesting to see. MACD is bearish. RSI is below neutral. Let's head over to the daily. Okay, nice. Like, really, it's not the best volume we've seen. Okay, buy pressure coming in, but nice volume in general. And it just bounced off support areas, guys. That's even better. Um, yeah, we have this resistance here highlighted, as you guys can see, 0.3523 to 0.3572. We kind of got rejected, you know, at these levels, so started off here instead. Let's head over at the 4-hourly. By the way, moving average is looking bearish. Let me have a look at the other moving averages. Hold on. XRP. Yeah, daily bearish, 4-hourly also looking pretty much the same, unfortunately. So there is no bad divergence that is, you know, developing or showing on the 4-hour chart. That is good, guys. That is good. But we met resistance right here. Do you guys see what happened? At resistance, somebody lost steam, started, you know, curling downwards instead. We need to see a close above 0.3572 for us to go to these levels. Okay, we'll take it step by step, but we need to see a close here first above 0.3572 for us to eventually come and retest, you know, 0.37 to 0.38-ish dollars. But I'm not hating on how it's looking on the daily. Like, the prior daily candle close was a nice, you know, it had a nice pull. On the 4-hourly, looking like somebody lost steam. On the hourly, pretty much the same as well. But eventually, like, if we just, you know, pull back a little bit and not, you know, break critical levels, this can continue, like, all the way to 0.37 to 0.38. So we need to hold this area right here, 0.3380, okay, on the hourly. If we close any hourly candle below 0.3380, to 0.338-ish. Let's just say 0.336. I'm being a bit more conservative. Then there is not much, holding us until, well, 0.325-ish to $0.3. Unfortunately, okay, we could see it, come back to these levels if we do not hold around these areas, okay, around this level right here. So that's XRP pretty much. Like if you can see any close above 0.38-ish dollars, like not much holding us until these areas really. If we can see that, but we'll see when we get there. So next, let me just write off what we've had a look at so far. We've had a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, XLM as well. And Zen, right? Zen 2. Okay. Now to the rest. Cardano. Cardano. ADA. Let's see now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stop looking at the, yearly chart because you guys get the point, right? You guys get the point. Weekly candle close. I mean, nothing special that I can see. And on top of that, the bad divergence that is building, it's still building on Cardano. It's still building. Like, only gonna be invalid, I told you guys, if we can see a weekly close above 1.2. So the bad divergence on the weekly is still building. It's still not gone, okay? Let me check the moving averages. Yeah, daily looking bearish. Pretty much the same like on this chart. We got some bad divergence developing already on both oscillators. God, this was not that good. This one I can remove. You guys remember this one, those of you watching the stream. We had a nice flag. After that, we pulled back. We came to resistance level, so everything got respected. So I can just remove it completely now. We came to what this support was around 0.2368, starting around 0.2368. We came all the way to this was lowest was 0.2392, pretty close. We had a nice, I told you on the 30th, things were looking good. This was on the stream, when I was live, on the day that I was live, or the last time I was live. We had this resistance here on the 4-hourly time frame. That, look, it's right here at these levels. Looks like the bulls are kind of losing steam. Like, if you want to see this continue at least to these areas right here, at least, 0.266 to, let's just say between, 0.266 to 0.27-ish dollars, we need to see a close at least above this area. Like, it's important. Simple, okay? But right now, on the 4-hourly, I'd be a bit cautious. Like, I would stop being cautious if I see a close, above this level. But right now, by the way things are looking, I'd be a bit cautious. On top of that, there is, bad divergence, going on when it comes to Cardano. So I just want to say, be careful. Like, it was a nice run after the 30th. Like, it's not a bad one. It was really not a bad one. It went up, what, like 5% in 4 days? It's Cardano. Do not expect much right now, okay? And plus, we're still in a bear market pretty much. So, daily is looking fine. Daily is still looking fine. I can't say it's looking as bad as the 4 hourly, okay? But if things go left on the 4 hourly, like if we lose the support around these levels on the 4 hourly, let me just do this. Let's say we lose this support area right here, 0.2499 to 0.2467. I think it's already highlighted here. Let's just do this. So anywhere, if we, lose the level of 0.2437, guys, like, it's likely we come back to retest these areas, okay? Just saying. So keep that in mind. I do not like the shape. Oh, hold on. What did I do? I do not like the shape of the 4 hourly, price action right now. I don't like it either on the hourly. So on the hourly, we already have, negative momentum, and MACD, turned bearish as well. On the 4 hourly, a bit confusing when you look at the oscillators because our RSI is in bullish territories, okay? We still have this positive momentum, like MACD is still bullish and so on. But I do not like this. So if we lose this support area around these levels, yeah, see eventually then, around that 0.249-ish to 0.24, 4-ish levels for a start. That's pretty much Cardano. Like, it's nice that altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, like most of the, alts out there started off greenish this year, but we're still not completely out of the danger zone. Okay, next. Dogecoin. So Dogecoin held support as well. Okay, looking at the weekly, there is still that, bad divergence developing that we've spoken about many times. Like, we need to see a close above 0.149-ish at least, 0.15 even better, would be even better to see this bad divergence that is, developing, building, becoming valid. Until then, it is still there. But on the daily, we also held support. Like, we are having our first, positive momentum on the oscillators, MACD turning bullish. Our RSI still pretty much weak, but things are happening. So what happened since our last live stream? I think we're somewhere around these levels, and I told you guys, like, be ready because this looks like it wants also to take off, like many other things that we saw, So what happened? We came all the way here. We, got above this level, which is fine, but I told you guys there was resistance also around these levels areas, actually all the way here. But you see, like, we met some. If I zoom out a little bit, let me just do this. You see, when we came to these levels, there was resistance. We pulled back down a little bit. Then there was, something telling us that the Bulls are fighting back again. Okay, so the bears started losing steam. So we pulled all the way back. We broke above this level. No close above it, unfortunately, on the 4 hourly or hourly. We came all the way to this resistance area, 0.07364, and we started pulling back. And then, you see, we tried to break out of this resistance again. Guess what? It didn't happen. We tried again. It didn't happen. Now we're just hovering around, old resistance, which is acting as new support, okay? Just gotta have a sip of my water. Hold on, guys. Let's go. So, on the daily, I still think it's looking fine. Like, it's looking fine, guys. It's not looking that bad on the daily. Like, first positive, momentum and so on. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly now. 4 hourly, I'd be a bit a bit cautious. Like, if we close any 4 hourly, candle below 0.0704 or 0.0694, around these levels, I'd be careful because there's really not much. If we close below it, like, there's not much holding us until, the prior support areas, okay? For hourly, clearly see that, with the bearish divergence and everything, that the bulls are losing steam on the hourly. They were losing steam, but bulls fighting back. On top of that, we have this nice divergence on one of the oscillators, not both, but nice divergence, building right now when it comes to Dodge. Let's see. Levels are the same now. If we can hold, if we can hold and not close below 0.694 on the 4 hourly time frame, fine. We're probably not gonna see this, soonish, maybe another time. And resistance, we need to see a close at least. We need to see a 4 hourly close at least. This one is fine, but major one is right here. We need to see a 4 hourly close above 0.07274-ish areas. Okay, if we can see that, we are gonna meet some resistance here, but this this resistance is a little bit stronger than this one. Okay, but this one is also strong, but this one a little bit stronger. Anyways, if we can see a close above this area right here on the daily, 0.0743-ish, 434. See, eventually there's not much holding us on the daily until 0.0785 to these areas. Okay, 0.0785 to 0.08181, around these areas, guys. So that's Dodge, but I'd be a bit cautious. Like, if I was to go, because long, going long, you guys already know what I think. It was definitely around these levels at support. Right now, I'd be a bit cautious to see like if there's still, strength around these areas, but I'd rather, be taking, some type of profit instead, a little bit at least. So that's Dodge. What else now? Let's have a look at H-bar, the one that completely failed to deliver because we got rejected at 0.444-ish levels, right? it completely failed to deliver, guys. We came all the way to these, support areas around 0.037-ish, we came all the way to 0.035. Now, well, I'm gonna stop looking at the yearly. It's just a habit because I know it's a new year. Yeah, no divergence on the weekly, nothing that I can see. Daily. Yeah, I gotta say something on the daily, guys. Let me just double check. Okay, there are signs of a reversal again when it comes to H bar. Hopefully it's not a pathetic one, where we are gonna, see it go all the way to 0.04, ish to 0.041 or 42 levels, and then it just, it just fails again. It could happen. But on the daily right now, things are looking a bit better for H bar. We do have this nice divergence as well, okay, on one of the oscillators at least. MACD is still bearish, but it's trying, to curl up. It's trying to curl up. I wouldn't be that shocked, like, if we can see at least a 4-hourly, candle close above, which is possible. Let's see now. Looks like we already had that 4-hourly candle close above critical areas. So now it's acting as support. Interesting. Okay. So we got some support around these levels. So if H bar can hold a 4-hourly, all the, like if the PA can hold above this support right here, like chances are higher that we come and retest at least 0.04, at least, okay? But it's looking fine on the daily, 4-hourly also looking fine. The support areas, if we see any daily candle close below, let's see now, 0.036-ish dollars. Not much holding us until these levels right here, okay? 0.0286. If we break 0.0286, we see any daily candle close below it, see eventually around 0.017-ish dollars. Fine. So that's H bar. Thing with H bar is like, I don't know where the volume is. Like it started coming in on the 30th, fine, or the 31st, apparently. I guess it's better than what it's been looking like, but looking at the daily, it's barely there. There's barely like any volume. But PA looking fine, PA looking fine. And do not forget the nice divergence that is developing. It hasn't even started yet, like it's just developing right now, okay? For hourly still holding above, this support area right here. As long as we do, it's a good thing. Hourly, let's see. Yeah, around 0.04, guys. We might meet resistance. Until then, we'll just let it play out. Not much we can do. So that's each bar. Maybe I should talk about the daily main resistance, which is around 0.0444. Still, that hasn't changed, okay? But for us to see that level, we first have to break above 0.041 at least, see a 4-hourly candle close or a daily candle close above that area, and then see eventually around 0.0444, okay? This thing gets you tongue twisted, but you guys get me. So that's H bar. Let's see now next. Litecoin. Litecoin, right. Last I checked, it was holding support like a king. Yes, indeed. We broke out of this resistance area around $70 at last. But on the daily, like I told you guys last time, we still need to see a close above $80, you know, something like that. Like we have to for this to continue because we've been rejected there a few times, and if we want to see Litecoin to continue this nice, you know, action it's having, we need to see a close above, you know, if you want to be a bit more conservative, $84, fine, but $80 would be, you know, good enough as well. On the daily, I do not see anything, you know, saying that the bulls are getting tired, anything like nothing like that. We got this positive, you know, momentum on the oscillators, like our size and bullish territories. MACD is bullish, like good for the bulls. Above this critical area right here, this old resistance area, you know, around 70.59, $70.59. Awesome. If we break below that one, of course, things will not be that awesome anymore. Okay, because we're gonna go back and retest, you know, these, you know, support levels. But until then, it's looking fine. Daily, I don't see that the bulls are losing steam, anything like that. On the 4 hourly, it's a completely different story. Completely different story. Okay, on the 4 hourly, there is a high chance, guys. If we close a 4 hourly candle, let's say below just, you know, $73.6, okay? There is not much holding us until 70.8. Like, I know you might think, oh, well, that's not a big difference, but we could go to $69 to $70, between $69 to $70, okay? If we close below 73.7-ish on a 4 hourly, okay? Just putting it out there so you guys are not shocked. And if we do not see anything hinting of a reversal, like a reversal around these levels, we could go a bit lower, but we will see when we get there. We got this resistance right at the heart line. Look, 76 point. I should actually, if I draw it, you guys are gonna get confused, so I don't want to confuse you. But we got this resistance around, you know, $77, okay, 77 point, well, 77 to $78 really, okay? So we need to see it close. It lines up with the heart line right here, so I can just do this heart line right there. So we got this resistance around these levels, okay, that we need to break above, okay, 77-ish to $78. If we can see that, there is really, you know, not much stopping us until, you know, $84-ish. If we can see that happen. And then, ladies and gents, the price we've all been waiting for, at least, you know, the bulls. If we can see a close above, you know, $84 on a daily, on a 4 hourly, like I told you last time, not much holding us until what, $96 to 100 and you know, $6-ish for a start, and then from there we'll pick it up as the price goes to grow, or, you know, takes direction. I'll be back to discuss what's going on. 4 hourly though, just to be clear, there is some bad divergence, or is there? No, there is no bad divergence. Was it on the daily that I saw it? Yeah, it was on the daily, guys. So this close above, 77 point, should bring this a bit higher, because then it would match up with the daily as well. Around 77.5, a daily candle close above 77.5 is very, very important right now. So this bad divergence that we see on the daily does not play out. It's only on one of the oscillators, but nevertheless, it doesn't mean it's less important, okay? We need to see a daily close above this level. Important for us, to push a bit higher, okay? If that happens, it's more likely we will continue the rise. If that doesn't happen, it could be more likely that the bad divergence could play out, okay? Just so you know. Like we were in overbought-ish territories, on the 4-hourly. Looks like I'm not, it's more likely right now that we could pull back down, just so you guys are aware, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, especially any close below this area, 73.7-ish dollars. Like, it's just gonna confirm any hourly close, any 4-hourly close below that level. If you don't wanna wait for the 4-hourly, any hourly close below that level, like, it's just gonna confirm that we are gonna come back to that 69-ish to 70-ish dollars, okay? So that's Litecoin in short. By the way, guys, from this week, I don't know when, but this week sometime onwards, we are gonna be doing a lot of TA on, I'm gonna start doing a lot of TA on, well, I already do, but now live with you guys on stocks, commodities, and everything else, because sometimes the crypto market could be a bit boring, but it doesn't mean you can't make some gains of other areas. So we're gonna have a bit more eye on these, because I've been doing mostly crypto, at least 98%. So now we're gonna mix it up a little bit. And I just want to say, Tesla, since the last stream that I made, I told you guys we have support around these levels. We still have support. And I also told you we need to break above 123 point, well, let's just say $124, okay? If we can close above it, we are gonna see some action on the daily, but market is closed right now. It's a holiday still in some areas, so we'll see what happens when market opens again. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Let's see. This resistance looks like it's playing out right now so far. Yeah, Bitcoin looking like it wants to pull back. I mean, even if it pulls back, I wouldn't be that mad, because, since the stream, like, it had a nice rally, guys. Nowadays, for Bitcoin to go up like, $300, $400, it's something, because you know how pathetic the action has been. But yeah, on the 4-hourly, I expect some pullback. This bad divergence is gonna play out, looks like, by the looks of it. Let's see if it's gonna be the same on Ethereum. Yep, pretty much the same on Ethereum as well. Like, If $1,200 doesn't hold, see you, around 1,188 and so on. If $1,200 doesn't hold, we'll see now. But yeah, looking pretty much the same on Ethereum. Like bulls are a bit, tired on the 4 hourly. Mago, chat, like, I know I've put up there, $20 minimum for requests because I do not want to burn myself, and since, I'm giving valuable information out. But at the same time, I am gonna give, one request, that is free that we can, discuss. So if you guys want to have a look at any altcoin, just, one, let me know in the chat and we'll have a look at it together. Mago, hope you're enjoying the show. Rest of you as well, hope you're enjoying the show. And if there are no requests, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. I just wanna, do a good deed as well. But at the same time, a lot of, like, most people that know me worry about me burning myself, and because I always, try to help out people and do things and so on. So yeah, I gotta balance this. Yeah, I just noticed that today. It's new, I guess. Yeah, it's new. It's new, Mago. We just set it up today. So, because sometimes, some like to like would like me to have a look at charts, but sometimes it gets a bit too much as well. So I want to balance it. Plus, I do not want to burn myself for like without making it worth my while as well. But at the same time, yeah, we are gonna have days where people can request, but just one, the one that's most requested, or the one that I pick out randomly. It could be for free, but otherwise, yeah, new rules for 2023. But if there's anything you'd like me to have a look at, Mago, just shoot and we can have a look at it together. That's the benefits of, this community. Even though it's quality people, like it's a good community. It's a small community right now, and I can actually do more things with you guys. Like we can discuss more, we can talk more, we can brainstorm a little bit more as well. Ethereum and Bitcoin pulling back at the same time, I see. Yeah, Mago. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Bitcoin tomorrow. Like this is the thing with Bitcoin. I'm actually surprised to see that Ethereum has a bit more fuel in it. Like, because if we just look at Ethereum's daily. Oh, that's Bitcoin. Hold on. Ethereum daily, like the line is not looking that weak as Bitcoin's. I mean, if I bring Bitcoin forward, look at this. I'm actually surprised that there is no strength in this candle. Well, not surprised, but I was expecting a bit more. So yeah, right now I'm going, like, I'm leaning towards a pullback, as you guys already noticed, a pullback first. And when tomorrow comes, if this support doesn't hold, Mago, If this support doesn't hold, like we see a 4 hourly, candle close at least, below 16 5-ish, like I'd be a bit more cautious because then eventually we're going to these levels. But it's looking like on Bitcoin, like I was hoping a bit more action, but it's really okay. You remember that wedge that we spoke about like a while back now? We are still above it, okay? Bitcoin is still above it, like in some miraculous way. We broke out of it. It's still above this old resistance line. This is the thing though, we had this one touch on the weekly. Look at this, where it, retested it as support, and I love to see these kind of things. But we're just ranging. If you think about it, we're just ranging sideways right now. Looks like it on the weekly, don't you think? Pretty much the same here. Let me just do this so we can see it visually, which would be better. Right? It's just doing things, trying to confuse people, I guess. This bear flag got respected, so I can just remove it or hide it. It's always strange staying around as 16666. Always seen that. Like, yeah, it is strange, You know what I do not want to see go? I don't remember if this was 2018 or so. Let's go back. Just to show you what I mean. I think it was 2018, I'm not sure. Yep, it was 2018. There was a period where it was ranging, for a while. Like it was just ranging after a drop. Just like, now pretty much after a drop, just ranging. And then it even dropped more. Like it literally dropped even more after that. Then we had, some, pullback. But that's what I do not want to see happen this time. But then again, we don't control it. We just, respect the TA and move on. But it's just ranging, and that gives me, it doesn't give me a nice, warm feeling right now. Like it doesn't, like you Mago say. Um, like looking at the monthly, I can't say. Let me remove all the noise. Hold on. Right now, at the moment, I cannot say that like macro low is in. If you ask me right now, if I have to answer, I can't say that. So my charts, it should be going up, but it's not. And that could be lack of my experience. Well, it doesn't have to be, lack of experience, or it could just be, maybe you have the experience, or it could just be that you're seeing what you're seeing. We all see, see different things sometimes on the chart. But I understand what you mean. But, you have to pat yourself on the back, Mago, because like you said, trading is doing better, and a lot of things are, you're trying to get the gist of it, and that's important. That's very important. So don't be too harsh on yourself. But it's definitely ranging. It's definitely ranging. This has been going on since November, a while. My pleasure, Michael. Maybe do this. This. Okay, if we see it this way, like, this sideway actions, if we're gonna discuss that, we are still below the heart line, which is bearish, okay? And now I'm talking just about this channel right here, which is bearish. But at the same time, we are above this, old resistance line, guys, this white line right here, okay? And we touched it as support once, and then, we just, bounced off it. And thing is, if we break this level right here, 16,200, I keep on saying it, if we close any daily below $16,200, chances are so much higher, that we go, all the way down to 15.8 to 15.5. And look at this. If I just do this, let's say we are somewhere around these levels, fine. Where is let's say we break this level 15.8, okay? We close below 15.8 on a daily, and if we would go straight down, like to retest this wedge as support, look where we kind of come close to, around this $14,000 area, okay? Doesn't matter if if it happens here, let's say at the end of January, somewhere around the end of January, okay? Let me just do this. It would take us to around 12K, because I'm thinking about different scenarios, and all these levels that we've spoken about, whether it be 14K or the 12K and so on, is fine. Like, it's not that troubling. You know what would be horrible, like really, really bad? I mean, horrible, horrible. That is, if we close any weekly or daily below 11,558, below 12,000 to 11,558, that would be, I mean, that would be so bad for the bulls. One of two things can happen. We see it wick within a day and things, just blast off the next day, or, next 2-3 days. One. Number two, it goes below that area and then it starts, hanging around that area for a while. That would mean a bad thing in general, like for the time then, okay, for the midterm time and so on. It would mean it doesn't mean strength. It's not gonna be showing strength if that happens. Like, we break below this area, something like this, and I'm saying if this happens, okay, we're just talking, hypothetical right now. We see it, come to these levels, and then it kind of, does this and breaks back up, fine. But if we see something like this, it breaks below this level, it takes its times here, it takes its time, it gets on rejected, it gets on being rejected around the 11.6 to 12K areas and so on. I wouldn't like this that much. You'll be amazed if it goes down that low. I don't believe it could. That's a lot of people that are waiting to buy it at that level around 10,000 or below. I would be shocked, but then again, you remember that Black Swan event that happened when Bitcoin fell to, what was it, 3,000, and when was this? Hold on. I think it was in March. You remember when it fell all the way to 3,574 and so on? Like there are some people discussing if things go left this year, you know, all the wars going on and the market sentiment and more bad actors show up and I don't know what, or any black swan event that really cuts off a lot of things and turn things to the bad side. Like it's possible. Like that's why I can't say never ever, but I would be very shocked, like you're saying, Magov. It would be a shocking thing to see that happen. Because I was shocked when things dropped to 3,700, 3,800. I was definitely not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting some type of a pullback, when we were on these levels, fine, but not all the way to 3,000, and that was a shock. No, 19. That's wrong of me. Hold on. It's here. It's right here. To this level, I mean, I was in complete shock. I was like, whoa. And did you guys hear there was this guy that was a Bitcoin dev? Let me just show you. Hold on. That was scary to see. So this guy, like when I saw this guy, like he's been in the Bitcoin game longer than many of us, at least myself, okay? And his PGP key got compromised, and many of his Bitcoins ended up being stolen, like many. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. I don't even know how it's possible, but it happened. I haven't seen many people talk about it either. Look at this. Looks like some of it is coin joined to an address. What the heck? He tried to contact the FBI, like nobody's answering. And at last he gave up. Luckily, it's not all of his Bitcoins, but a bunch of his Bitcoins. And I think he lost around, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said something around 200 Bitcoins or so. That's not a little bit, but 200 Bitcoins gone, hacked in some way. So his hard wallet got breached, guys. Yeah, Mago. Like it's a pain. It's a pain. Luckily, he's one of those old guys that has been in the Bitcoin, ecosystem, and I think he was a dev, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so I think he has a lot more, but 200 Bitcoin, you know, I'd be panicking hard. 200 Bitcoins is not a little amount for a lot of people. I mean, I don't care if you're a multimillionaire, 200 Bitcoins is not a little bit. It's even worse when you see, a Bitcoin be around, $100,000. Mm-hmm. But it's not the majority of his holdings. Just so you guys are aware, okay? I don't know, maybe he was reckless with his security, but we don't know him personally. We don't know what happened. So, yep, I believe it could go that high. How long? I don't know, but one day. Yeah, yeah, one day definitely. Yeah, like it's more likely it will happen, but it's gonna take time until then. And there is this like there is just things going on, but this guy, I haven't seen anybody in YouTube or Twitter mentioning it a lot except him himself. So I was like, okay, so more bitcoins lost that will never be you know back again. So I've known someone personally who lost 50 BTCs, and life moved on for him. Like he's he was an OG. Like I don't speak to those people a lot anymore. Don't have time and so on. But he used to have a lot, so he didn't break down. He kind of tried to get it back, and he just did something stupid. He just um accidentally he thought the fees that he was writing was in euro, in currency, but it was actually in bitcoins. So he hit, he just wrote 50 and pressed enter, and that was it. That was it. Even though he proved that it was, like, he proved with the key and so on that it was his and so on. When some people tried to help him out, like some known people in the crypto space, he never got his money back, and he actually said it himself. He was like, I'm never gonna get the money back. Like 50 bitcoins is not a little amount. So he lost it, and that was it. Sometimes it could be because you're reckless, you lose a chunk, and sometimes just bad luck, you get hacked. Not much to do about it. Yeah, yeah. He felt like crap. Like we tried to spread out the word so he can get help, but he's stronger than ever. Last time I heard about him, but it was his own mistake. But he kind of swallowed that one. He didn't say much because he knew it was his own mistake. He just swallowed it and moved on. Like, not much to do there. At least if you're hacked, it's like, I completely agree with you. If you're hacked, like, it was really not in your hands, like you didn't have the whole control. But if you did it by mistake, damn, I would hate myself. Like, I would literally, like, be mad at myself hard. So, friends, guys, everybody, it was an awesome stream today. Thank you for joining. Like, it was a good start. Apologies for not, making it on the first, but I would think if you have a hard wallet, that's kind of impossible, right? For somebody to even get your information unless they are getting it somewhere else. I don't know. Apparently not Mago. That's what I always thought. I thought that, cold wallets are, safe as long as you buy it from the original, shop and so on, not, third-hand retailers and so on. But it doesn't seem that way. And we're not talking about any dude. Like Luke, he is he is like in the Bitcoin like ecosystem. He's been in it like for a good while, like longer than me and many others. So it's scary that he, of all people, like one of the Bitcoin, devs from a long time ago, lost a chunk, and not from an exchange, not from, anything else, but a hard wallet. Guys, you better update your hard wallets and check that everything is okay now and then, and make sure, I don't know, just saying, um like try to not be I don't know, I've heard some shady things about that, about those cold wallets with Bluetooth functions and so on. So I'm just saying, just make sure you're updated and so on, okay? I don't wanna, trash anything, but just make sure you're updated and so on. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go look into it. I think his Twitter, let me double check, hold on. Um, his Twitter name is Luke Dash Junior, okay? Luke Dash Junior. So read what's going on, see what's going on, and then check your, hard wallets and, try to be updated and so on. Like, it's important. It's important just to have an eye on what's going on. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Okay, guys, as I was saying, like, much love to all of you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all of you guys like that are subscribing and so on and so forth. I will be back as usual tomorrow. Now, no more rest days for me. I'll be back as usual. So we'll continue with the, well, hopefully stocks, commodities, and crypto, and just go through the market in general and see what's going on. Until then, if you like the contents that I bring, don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and so on and so forth. And engage, comment, and so on. And take care of each other. Of course, he was definitely a target, that's for sure. Definitely 100% Mago, 100%, yeah. Sometimes, it's not good to be, like official, like, official. When I say official, like, sometimes it's just, especially if you're into these things, it's good to kind of protect yourself and not be that public. But some people like to be public, some people don't, so it's up to each and every one. But thank you, Mago. Have a good night yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Definitely, I'll be on, and hopefully, I'll see you on as well. Much love, everybody. Good night, and take care.